The Greater Sydney region includes an extraordinary diversity of landscapes and communities, extending from densely urbanised cities and coastal waterways through to rural lands, as well as areas of high conservation value such as World Heritage and a Ramsar site. Greater Sydney is also the main point of entry into New South Wales for biosecurity risks that can impact our agricultural community, the economy, and our way of life. With funding from the National Landcare Program, Greater Sydney Local Land Services has worked in partnership with a wide range of landholders, landcare and bushcare groups, councils and government agencies to deliver strategic outcomes for land management and community engagement across the diverse landscapes in our region. The Greater Blue Mountains World Heritage Area encompasses more than 1 million hectares of eucalypt-dominated landscape, where a number of rare and endemic taxa occur, including the Wallamai pine. Strategic activities such as pest, plant and animal control and stormwater management, complemented with community events to educate and raise awareness, have been integrated to build connectivity and to protect species and habitats listed under the National EPBC Act. Each year, migrating shorebirds travel south along the east coast of Australia in search of breeding, feeding and roosting habitat. Tara Point Nature Reserve in Botany Bay is a significant site for these shorebirds and was nominated as a Ramsar site in 1984, providing important habitat in a highly urban and industrialised area. The site supports a range of threatened wildlife, including the eastern curlew, little terns, littoral rainforest and the magenta lily-pilly. National Landcare Program funding helps to support activities coordinated by a team of experts, working hard to manage the existing habitat for these species and planning for the future, while constantly adapting to the ever-changing environment in and around the site. Activities include working with the community, the construction of sand islands, protection of jetties, mitigation of shoreline erosion, nest protection, pest animal control, and the removal of weeds and rubbish with help from local schools and community. There have also been a number of sustainable land management projects, which include soil health training for property owners, protecting riparian habitat and water quality by fencing to exclude stock and installing off-stream watering systems. Landholders have also been engaged in field days, extending their knowledge and skills on managing their land sustainably. National Landcare Program funding has also supported projects such as the Menangle Fox campaign. Experience has shown that dealing with any pest species needs to be coordinated at the local level with specific actions that are appropriate for the pest animal and the assets to be protected. In this project, Greater Sydney Local Land Services is partnering with the Barragal Landcare Group, landholders, councils and New South Wales DPI to coordinate campaign activities. Outcomes are monitored and FoxScan is used to record control activities, damage and community sightings. This long-term approach provides the best option for reducing fox impacts into the future. Greater Sydney Local Land Services has also undertaken a series of Aboriginal projects to promote and preserve commitment to Aboriginal culture, communities and country in the region. These projects include cultural education and interpretation, bush tucker gardens, cultural camps and cultural meeting and learning spaces in schools and in juvenile justice centres. One of the highlights included a 2-day cultural burning forum, which attracted more than 110 representatives from Aboriginal communities, government agencies and environmental groups.
The Greater Sydney region is home to many hundreds of landcare and bushcare groups, all working to protect our unique local environment. Through our community landcare grants, Greater Sydney Local Land Services has supported more than 70 groups with funding to the value of $1.6 million over the life of the National Landcare Program. These projects have helped to support and protect threatened species and ecological communities through partnerships with Landcare, local landholders and local government. Through our regional landcare facilitators, we have run over 80 events for farmers and land managers, attracting more than 1,200 attendees.
The Mini Grants program was developed to help community groups engage in their local community, and it provides up to $1,500 for activities that increase skills, participation and knowledge of their local environment. Since 2015, Greater Sydney Local Land Services has funded over 150 community events and workshops. More than 160 educational resources, including interpretive signs, posters, fact sheets and flyers, have been developed and accessed by 20,000 people.
With over 90 members of Parliament in our region, both state and federal, Greater Sydney Local Land Services has a proven track record of leveraging the value of the National Landcare Program through MP and media engagement. We have generated 400 printed media articles in the last 2 years alone. The Australian Government has acknowledged our success in engaging with politicians, singling out Greater Sydney Local Land Services to present to NRM Regions Australia specifically to share this success story.